Aaron Sebia bringing Quaffle up the field, giving it off to Molly Potter. Flirting with that midline. Crawford. Looking to attack this right side. Crawford shifting around the right side. Just moving patiently. Moves the ball back to Aaron Sebia. Aaron Sebia's going to take the shot over the top. That shot no good, but Molly Potter's easily going to chase it down. Kellen Cupid now with the Quaffle in his hands. Taylor Crawford now. Sends Cupid away. Frank Minson beating in front of Crawford. Bonadio just destroyed Minson on that beat. They're going to look for Aaron Sebia behind. Aaron Sebia dodges the beat. Aaron Sebia spins. He's looking to throw over the top to Crawford. That pass is a little away from Crawford. He is going to be able to field it. Now he's looking to drive on Hodge. Crawford back out to Aaron Sebia. Aaron Sebia's then going to get beat, though.
Yeah, Hamill came out of nowhere to make that beat.
Almost like they're just trying like a little two-man game between Crawford and Aaron Sebia without finding Potter or during Cupid, and there's just nothing home.
Yeah. I mean, I think New York knows where they stand here. Obviously, they could get their top line back in the game and in a hurry, but get them some fresh legs. They still got one more game to play today against Rochester. I believe it immediately follows this game. So.
Yeah, so you got to get the subs in this game, especially when you're only 2 goals away, and this Charlotte team does not look like they're probably going to get it at this point.
No.
But I give Charlotte credit. They are still fighting. Minson looks for the trade. They're going to clear out old beaters for Charlotte. Presley gets an open look, but Kellen Cupid making a great tackle, and now Aaron Sebia's got room to run. Aaron Sebia looking to run. Ryan Davis looking for the tackle.
Hey, Ryan Davis did enough to stop the momentum.
And you love to see it from Ryan Davis. And here comes the sub. John Jackson's about to sub in for New York.
Yeah, lengthy shift there from Aaron Sebia.
Yeah, and he was starting to feel it at the end there, starting to force some things from behind the hoops, almost like he was just getting a little too happy, not finding his looking offense.
He seemed like he was almost a little bit happy. He didn't have to run that fast break, to be honest.
John Jackson now with Quaffle on the right side. He's got Frank Minson in front of him. Ayala Silver in front of Minson without a bludger. Minson trying to walk Jackson in. Hamill just hugging the hoops. Hamill beats Minson out. Jackson, though, finds Cupid from behind. Cupid's shot goes over the top of the hoops. Crawford's going to field it. Crawford just slows it down again. And now he's going to go. He's looking to drive, gets tackled by Hodge, tries to throw a little pass through the zone, but Joel Howard is just all over it.
Yeah, nice physical play there by Hodge.
And a lot of subs coming in now for Charlotte. It's Cat DiCaprio and Cody LeBove coming in from the beater game. And Quincy Hildreth back in to keep. Quincy, center of the field. There's some craziness in the beater game. All the bludgers on the ground, so Quincy's going to look to drive. He's trying to go around the right side, but Crawford's just all over him and shuts him down again. Quincy's just not finding the lanes in this game, and he has not been able to find these goals. Jackson with Quaffle, center of the field here. 110-65 the score. No, 120. Sorry, 120-65 the score.
Yep. New York's been sitting on that 2 goals from set score for quite some time now.
They just have not been able to finish these plays. And for the first time this weekend, it looks like Antoine Giron making his first appearance for the Titans. Weishart clears that to Caprio. Jackson, patient on the right side. Weishart just very active, making nice play after nice play. Hodge has to go back to hoops. Jackson, over to Mike Lee behind the hoops.
Lee's been so comfortable back here. Hodge is going to step.
Lee over to Hagag.
He wants it right back, though.
Back to Lee. New York looks like they're done with this game. Looks like they want to finish it. Lee, shot over the top, no good.
No harm in taking that shot. You always know you're going to get possession off of it.
John Jackson, nice little play there to make sure that was not a reset.
Now they'll wait for Lee to get back into the team.
Jackson trying to find Morella, and Lee Hodge intercepted it. And another turnover. A lot of sloppy play at the end of this game. Both teams look a little tired. Both teams just trying to figure out how to find a way to get a goal here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate where both teams are kind of seem to be looking towards the next game. And I'd love to see Charlotte at least push the envelope a little bit and put some pressure on New York, but they just haven't been able to.
Weishart looking to trade on LeBeau, but LeBeau wins. LeBeau then
LeBeau
knocks out Giron. There's a no-bludger look. Oh, Howard was looking to drive. He's going to get beat by Weishart, who was able to get back in that play, and there's a call.
I think the SWAT back's going to be called potentially late, which could be a turnover back to New York. But yeah, it was another play where, you know, the Charlotte beaters really won the match apart. It just didn't ultimately end up mattering.
And they end up in these, again, Charlotte just does not look comfortable on the deep wings and behind the hoop. And I think those plays just aren't really working for them, and they got to look for more of their plays right down the center of the zone. Trying to see what that call is from Andrew
Boy,
Canto.
he's going to stay with Charlotte.
All right, looks like there's no call on this play, appears. Howard was with the quaffle. He's going to pass behind, and he just throws it right to Mike Lee. Just isn't there.
Yep.
I just want to see Charlotte try to just, like, if they're winning the beater battles, just make a big pick and roll down the middle.
Yeah,
you don't have the big hitting
things.
lineup out there for New York, so use your physicality and get into the middle and try to drive and score. Hodge gets beat by Ijeron. Mike Lee looking for something down the left wing. He's going to drive, kicks it out to Hagag. Hagag pressured by Lebov. Pass way over top Morella, but she cleans up pretty easily. Morella finds Jackson, and just another little possession reset.
The problem is that New York's really struggled to score against two bludger sets from Charlotte all game, and they've dominated bludger control. I feel like every time Cat DiCaprio has been on the pitch, the team's had bludger control.
They have, and the Cat DiCaprio has been playing well with it. Lebov does get beat here. They're going to call him beat here. Doesn't like the call, but when that happens, New York just throws it away. So New York's able to get control, but immediately they throw that ball away. This is going to be really bad for them in this Rochester game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for both teams in their Rochester games, and both games matter a lot. This Rochester team is going to get pretty fresh. They're getting a nice long break here. That said, they do have to play 2 in a row with big stakes in each because Rochester really needs to find some wins this weekend.
Lebov gets beat. Nice play from Giron. There's Ryan Davis in the back right wing, covered by Morella. Davis' shot, no good. Hagag picks it up. Mo's looking to drive. He's looking to pitch the tempo. Giron looking for the beat. Giron, beautiful beat on Caprio. Hagag finds the lane. Hagag scores 130-65. Beautiful play from Mo Hagag.
Finally within a goal here for New York.
Yeah, that was just Giron having energy, pushing the pace, making a great beat on DiCaprio, and Hagag, just his speed, just getting through the middle.
Yeah.
All right, Charlotte, 130-65 the score.
But like you said, still it's that kind of 65 number. Just 3 quaffle goals this entire game, with a lot of bludger control and a lot of no bludger chances.
And it's just you just got to find ways to score in this league. You can't have these situations where you can't score.
Yep.
Hartman looks for the rotation with Davis. Fakes the handoff. Lebov making a nice block on Giron. Hartman getting the drive. And that's what we wanted to see. Hartman gets the beater win. He looks to drive, and he gets the shot up before the beat comes, and it's right through the middle. That's where they're finding comfort. That's where they found their last 3 goals, and that's what I think they need to keep doing.
I mean, Hartman's been at the center of so much offense for the Charlotte team so far today.
All right, score is 130-75 now. Jackson's got Giron in front of him. Vinny Iannucci coming to the game for New York. Good beat from Giron. Over to Iannucci. Iannucci trying to get past the defender. He gets wrapped up. Ball loose on the ground. Morella trying to make a play on Hildreth. And Morella going to make this play. There is a call on the field, though. We'll see what it is here. I do not know what this is. It is going to be a yellow card.
Number 3, Charlotte. High tackle, neck. 1 minute.
That is a yellow card on Wilson Brockway. Number 3 for Charlotte. We're a neck tackle there. Does give New York quaffle. Morella's got quaffle behind the hoops. She's looking to make a play with it. Hands it back off to Jackson. Jackson gets beat by Bo, but the quaffle goes back over to Morella before anything can happen with it. Morella. Bludger control with New York. Morella over to Iannucci.
Iannucci already has 1 game winner.
Back over to Morella. Morella trying to find Hagag in the middle, but great defense from Hildreth. It is going to knock it loose. Hagag still fighting for that ball, is able to find it and gets the kick back to Jackson.
Just the cheeky kick from the old soccer player there.
That was a nice little play. All right, here comes Jackson. Jackson shoots, finds a gog. Nice little goal. That'll end it.
Mo just showing off there on that last possession. A couple of nice cheeky little plays. He gets the game winner. New York moves to 3-0. A really dominant day, and they'll look to immediately turn around now and take out Rochester to finish off a 4-0 day and a statement start to their season.
Absolutely, and they really came out dominant. Their classic style, slow, patient, and simple. That's how they want to do it. And that's a great win there for New York. 140-75 this score. Able to knock off Charlotte twice. They got Rochester coming up. I believe we're going to have Jack McGovern looking for an interview right here with one of the team's players. We'll get you someone up there, but we're going to go to Jack for an interview in just a second. I'm Harry Greenhouse with Ethan Stern. We'll see you in a little bit.
Hello, and I'm Jack McGovern, the third member of the broadcast booth here with Lindsay Morella, assistant coach and chaser for the New York Titans. Lindsay, talk to me about your win over the Charlotte Aviators. How did this game compare to the first game against them this morning?
It definitely felt like a totally different game. There are a lot of factors in there. Like, one, that was the first game of Quidditch anyone has played in forever against like a different team. So I think there are a lot of like working the kinks out for a lot of players. But I just feel like their strategy shifted, so we kind of adapted to that, and maybe our strategy definitely also shifted a little bit, so they probably adapted. But just being out there felt totally different. But yeah, I don't know.
Talk to me a little bit about that. What did you see shifting?
I I don't know. I mean, the way that they had set up their defense, I felt was more consistent in this game as opposed to the first one, and maybe that goes along with like getting back into it. They're setting up their team, getting into the way that they play after the first game.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And then looking ahead to Rochester, your next game, how are you going to look to continue your performances in that game?
I don't know. We've just been doing very well. I think all our players are just kind of like out there balling. Our beaters have been doing especially great and really saving us. Frank's out there. This is his first like real beating.
Yeah.
And he's doing awesome for us. So I don't know. Nothing to really change right now. I think we're just going to keep doing what we have been doing because it worked out pretty well.
Awesome. Thank you. Lindsay Morella here. And up next, New York Titans versus Rochester Whiteout. Signing off. Cool. Thanks.
Sorry, I just don't want to like talk gameplay.
No, I know. I couldn't I couldn't not follow up. Yeah. Thanks.
Then we need to move everything. Well, no. You said it. I just. Wait.
Oh. You're good.
To the East Division Super Series. I'm Harry Greenhouse with Ethan Sturm. We're getting ready for our next game between the New York Titans and the Rochester Whiteout. Really exciting last game between New York and Charlotte, and now New York right back out on the field playing Rochester. How do you think New York has to handle coming off of a game with that much playing and potentially the fatigue setting in?
Yeah, I mean, this is their game to lose, and they need to keep showing that same strength. I mean, this team is one of the favorites in the league. We talked about their potential beater issues. They seem to have addressed those to the best of their ability. We've seen a lot of Frank Minson. But it's really the story's been this Quaffle game and its depth, and that's why I think they're going to be just fine entering this game. I mean, they're just running so deep into their Quaffle lines and continuing to get production out of them. But really on the Rochester, we're kind of seeing the same thing. I mean, they've been going deeper into their Quaffle lines and continuing to get production all the way down the line. I mean, it looks like Mitchell Vargas is getting the start in this one. I thought he had a very good game in the last one. And
he had a great game.
It's cool to see teams addressing this and seeing players improve and giving those players time.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this Rochester team with their depth of their chasing lines. I really like what Vargas did. I really like what Mosley's done. I really like what Paupor's done. And these are all rookies on this Rochester team, players we haven't seen before. I really like what Ben Stonish is doing as well. All these players have come out ready to play. Now, this last game these two teams played, Rochester was really doing a good job in the beater game, especially when Hickma and Callanan or Brady Groh and Laura Hassenlop are on the field. So I want to see what happens and how does New York adjust to this. Yep. Looks like we're about to get ready to get started for the game, so we're going to flip that camera around. We're going to get ready to get started. Ricky Nelson appears to be our head ref for this game. New York starting with a very similar starting lineup they've done, but slightly different. We got Peter Lawrence, Lindsey Morella, John Jackson, this time Kellen Cupid in the chaser game.
Yeah, I think Mike Lee might have lost his brooms up privileges after the slide in the last game that lost them Quaffle control.
Understandable. Beater game for them is Michael Yada Parada and Frank Minson. For Rochester, it looks like it's Alyssa Gioroso, Tommy O'Connor, Mitch Vargas, Kip Paupour and chaser, and Cody Kiefer and Laura Hassenlop at beater.
Yeah, we see a little bit of Kiefer at both positions already today, and we'll see whether he's going to stay in long, whether he's more of a brooms up specialist here for the team.
It looks like the call is about to come.